Hello, it's Leslie here again. So I got a very interesting package about a week ago from DHL, and that is these Q36.5 base layer, anthracite base layer. So I'm going to talk about that today. I haven't actually worn it yet because it's probably too hot outside still, but maybe next month, April, May will be getting cool enough to wear it. So anyway, it came in a little box. This came actually gift wrapped, and it comes with a lot of stuff. It comes with the receipt. It comes with, if you want to returns. It comes with a very interesting, instructions. So this is the only garment I've ever bought with like a brochure for the instructions. So have a look at that, for the instructions. So it's saying we recommend, wash it after use, delicate cycle, hang it to air dry in the shade. Don't use a fabric softener. Don't use a powder detergent. Blah blah blah. It says, in the event of a fall, we will repair your product for free. If it is irreparable, we'll offer you a 50% discount towards the purchase of a new garment. So that's pretty good going. So I was pretty impressed with that. There's a lot of bold there though. It also comes with this tag, probably one of the nicest tags I've seen ever for anything. And it just says an extreme vision of the future of cycling clothing, and it's got some eco, it's got some eco information there. It says, everything's made within a 350 kilometer square radius. And what I like to see is it is actually made in Italy. So made in Italy. So that's all good. Well, I was surprised it also came with this magazine. Now this is their own magazine. And, it's actually really good. The magazine has really... I studied graphic design. And if you look at it, it's just top-notch stuff. The actual magazine is like designed by a graphic designer. So it's like, it leaves... there's the actual... some of the products. It leaves kind of ASOS for dead, I think. Anyway, so that's that. I was pretty impressed straight away, all this stuff. The only plastic it came with was in the envelope. It had like a padded plastic envelope, which wasn't great, but So anyway, getting on to the thing, it comes in this box here. It came all nicely folded. And yeah, picking it up straight away, I knew that this was something special. Now, if you're a Star Trek fan, there's an episode of Star Trek, it might be number 4, The Voyage Home or something, where Captain Kirk sort of says, he's trying to convince someone he's from the future, and he goes, these clothes have no seams, So we're at that level now where these clothes don't have seams. So here's the top here, and you look, and it looks like they do have seams. You see that? You see this is the sleeve. It looks like a seam, but that is actually just a crease. If you open it up, that is just actually not a seam. That's a crease. So there's only 2 seams on this whole garment, right? And the only 2 seams go from the shoulders here and there, and that's it. So everything's got a clean cut. I don't even know how they do this, but everything has a clean cut edge. So there's no hemmed edges anywhere on this whole thing. It's just straight cut. I think they laser cut it. What surprised me the most is the actual mesh, right? So the mesh if you look at it closely, there's actually four different there's four different grades of mesh in one garment. Now, normally when you have a garment made of mesh, I'll just pause this and I'll show you how they normally do it. Okay, I just got a Nike base layer top, right? This is a Nike white short sleeve base layer top. So what they've done is they have a mesh side panel. So what they do is they go and buy mesh fabric and then they sew that to the front panel, which is not mesh. But here they've actually knitted the mesh and it has different shapes. So there's no buying that off the shelf. So what I found really amazing is there's actually four different mesh levels. There's like the big mesh in the middle, these hexagons. Then there's a finer mesh here. Then there's some other mesh. Where are we? Got to find it now. Oh, there's the mesh under the arms is the third scale of mesh, and then the hexagon is in between the hexagons. If you look, I'll get it to focus. If you look in between the hexagons, that's actually a fourth level mesh. So you can see in this shot here, you can see four different mesh levels. I think that's pretty amazing, in one garment to have four different mesh levels and no seams, no hems. So straight away, I was pretty impressed. I did have to pay a lot for that garment. It was 88 euros and there was no discount. But I can share with you a link to get you 10% off. So I'll put that in the description below. Then unfortunately, I found a cheaper place. I think Bike In, you can get things very cheaply from Bike In, but they'll probably take 2 months to arrive, because the last time I got something from Bike In, they took 2 months for all my food to arrive from Spain or wherever it was. But you can get things fairly cheaply from them, cheaper than getting it from Q36.5 direct. But anyway, I didn't know the time, so I'm excited to try that out. It's not often that something arrives when you're a bit older that impresses you. It's easy to be impressed when you're in your 20s with things, but if you're in your 40s like me, it's not often something comes along that you think, wow, how did they do this? Even the fabric that they're using on the carbon fiber bikes today is just woven sheets. They're not knitted unless it's like filament wound. But it'd be interesting to see this technology here applied to a bike frame. I think would be very interesting, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. But I just look at this top and think, wow, how did they do that? I would really like to see a video of the knitting process on that garment and some other garments as well, because I am genuinely curious about how they make it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my quick look at the base layer 3 anthracite thing. Also, it is a light. It's sort of a medium grey. On the website it looks darker, but it's actually not. The only thing I'd like to see would be a white one. Would be nice, but because it's for probably spring and autumn, here I'll be using this in the winter in Australia because it's a mild winter. It's not so bad to just have it grey and not white, but it would be nice to have a white option as well. But it only comes in one colour, and I think you can understand why, because the setup would be difficult. Also, the women's version I think is exactly the same. And when I was showing my mum this garment, because I thought I'll show her because it is pretty impressive, and she was impressed too at the quality, and just you know, how they do it, I don't even know. She noticed that when you go to the, because she was going to buy one just for sleeping in, and she said that, you know, there's no pictures of women on on the women's garment page for that one. So it's a unisex base layer. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to trying that out. So I'll let you know how that goes too, you know, in a month or so when it's cool enough to try. But I'll put the discount code in the description below. Anyway, thanks for having a look at my video. Thank you. Bye.